because if you don't mix it enough, it'll only set partially and you have a fly that's sticky and stays sticky forever. Okay, now I use my darning needle. I'm going to zoom in. Darning needle, and I'm just going to dip it in my epoxy, come up with a blob of it, and the first bit of epoxy goes right there in between the eyes, and then I work it back towards the back of the fly, because most of the epoxy, there's a big gap right here, and most of the epoxy, you know, we'll have to probably go back and put more right there. So then, after I put it right there, I turn it on its side, and I'll run it down the side, and I run it down the side right to the end of, I just cover up the tinsel. And we've got a stray hair here with some epoxy on it. Get rid of that. So I'm going to turn it over. If you can see, oop. This is it. Okay. So we've got epoxy all the way down the back here. I'm just going to work it until right there. Now that's almost perfect. I'll go back and make sure the bottom's covered. Probably can't see that. Just turned it upside down. Just gonna run some epoxy down there. Looking pretty good. Oh yeah, you gotta make sure that the eyes are covered with epoxy. They're covered in the middle, but they're not covered in the front. I already see it needs to get on the turner. Alright, taking it off the vise, bringing my turner over here, let me zoom out. So you can see it's starting to sag in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and, like, when the fly gets to the bottom, I'm just going to stop it and let all that epoxy go from the bottom of the fly to, because it's running right now. Now I'll start it up again. And it's looking pretty good. You can always trim the length of this tail. But right now this needs to turn for about let's see, hour at least, and then it won't be able to be fished for like 8-9 hours. So you want to tie these beforehand, but I'll go ahead and zoom in again on what the finished product looks like. And that is the, I don't know, I call it epoxy Popovic style glass minnow. You throw these out in front of a school of, Bonito, and just strip them as fast as you can. So our fly's on the turner. It's got about 8 more hours to go, and then we'll be ready to go fishing. And I'll be seeing y'all soon.